rise, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is 6.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
10-10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery in there to bury him for a loss of 11. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of the guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They give him a gain of 38. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wentz. This ball complete to Reagor. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
Eagles 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Jake Elliott.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Yo.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay, he might be starting. Please
The
start
drive
throwing the
starting
ball.
play, a good one. Give him 19. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it.
Right,
and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Jackson now off the bootleg. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jannard Avery able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whipped on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd and very short. Wentz. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there. A 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, 40. Yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Ravens nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in this first half of action. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77, and Sayers the youngest.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount, because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the counter, Ingram. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters. Plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. To throw is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle by Avante.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Yeah, let's go set lunch. Hey, watch set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. 46 down, man. 5-4.
On first down, Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 9 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins to throw it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 58 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Just an unbelievable start, less than a minute in. They're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
I guess I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, 42 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Vikings 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
the Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown,
Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
At 14. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitz...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's got daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
27-yard line.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. 3 and out.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Over 1st and 10.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Cousins on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Cousins. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
reminder, coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Eagles.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
That's the end of
first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Quick throw outlined by Wentz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
At the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
To Justin Jefferson. A gain of 11 on the play.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Has 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
54.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 49, Vikings 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And on the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Lets it fly for Thielen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 74 yards. And the Eagles continue to roll.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Herb Smith.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. There's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
The ball carrier.
Eric's 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Once again with Sanders. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns have got him in the lead. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 70. Vikings 14.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go play action. Cousins. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Gain of 16 yards.
1st down. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll throw again. Cousins, and complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. To the air again, it's Cousins. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 77, Vikings 14.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Complete.
We got a plane to catch.
Good one.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they...
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all this losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your...
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, 20. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Carson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jalen Reger was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, one set, check Mike, 54.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
40-yard line.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Wentz to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd and short. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Now Wentz again. Goodwin able to haul it in. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 40 yards. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
A gain of 5.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second and 5 now. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen, 54 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard.
Wentz now on first down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Seahawks time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Final play of the half. It's Wilson buying time to his left. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So now with a late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Jackson.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, 54 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Throwing again. Wilson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Carson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
A 4-yard.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Seattle.
From the gun, Wilson dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Eagles have recovered. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Seahawks 21.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And 8 yards to go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this. They describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 21.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
definitely with the defense.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return.
With a pinky ring, everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Complete.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
There's the ball carrier.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
The line of scrimmage.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled.
A good run on 1st down, followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Get me. Let's go.
Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Eagles 14. Raiders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 46 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize. But when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but don't let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. It's a screen to Richard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Gain of 13 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Marquise Goodwin, 51 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I
asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Three touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Jannard Avery. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
3rd down.
They go play action. Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here, you want analysis? Ridiculous.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On first down, Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wentz. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There's 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. but I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, anything can happen.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards on the game there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in this.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down, a running play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
First carry of the game. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Ertz to throw. He'll get this to Ward. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
To Greg Ward.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check, check, watch 54,
On
watch 54.
2nd down, it's Sanders. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And
Hurts.
3rd down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're going to try and throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
An Eagle 1st down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Tackle made right at midfield. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Complete.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. They go back to the ground with Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Eagles.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Open man, Butler complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Complete to Hakeem.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9.
At the 19-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete.
On the keeper.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he finds his tight end. It's Hurts. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
To throw, it's Wentz. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
At the 24-yard line.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson 76 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jannard Avery picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jannard Avery getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Cameron Johnston.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Marquise Goodwin. 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
Eagle Pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jannard Avery. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Being chased out left. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 58 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. There the Eagles are back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1-yard line.
From the 31, Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. As we do every week, we like to look ahead to what's coming up week 4 in the NFL, and no shortage of good matchups again. I'm going to start, though, Charles, with one that is not really an intriguing matchup because they're two good teams, two 0-3 teams, Denver and the Jets. Vic Fangio and Adam Gase, those coaches, they both need a win in a big way.
You got that right, and both of them have really struggled in the early going. Denver lost their quarterback, Drew Lock. He's supposed to be gone for about a month or so, and they're playing with Jeff Driscoll right now, and it's really, really tough for the Jets. Hard to find anything that's been positive early.
And then a couple of other ones on the other end of the spectrum. Pittsburgh at Tennessee, both 3-0, and a late afternoon game on Sunday, New England at Kansas City. That should be a good one. Wentz now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles had...
Without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like a finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent, a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up there, I'm there in the seat. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna fuss, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and my self-talk too. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about you, about to protecting us.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Jalen Mills.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, right after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 21. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. In this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Jalen Mills on the
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the 49.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 48 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
This ball complete to Regs.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
That's the reason we ball for. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, this is Mostert. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And the 49ers.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
By the 49ers.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. First down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Garoppolo now. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A final shot before half for Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
10 at the 48-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Check, Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brought down back.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, that'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Complete to Jalen Rager. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Get ready. 57 to Mike. 57 to Rashid. Double dog. That's the way. 57.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, Charles, on a different topic, a neat story from Week 3 and that game between Washington and Cleveland. It was a history-making game in one respect. It was the first time in league history that you had women working on both coaching staffs, Jennifer King of Washington, Callie Brownson of Cleveland, as well as another woman, Sarah Thomas, working on the officiating crew.
Yeah, Ron Rivera, the head coach of the Washington football team, he said all we're doing is just creating opportunities for people who deserve it, and I know his counterpart, Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland, felt the same way. Quick facts on these people. Callie Brownson, Jennifer King, both got their starts at Dartmouth under Freddie Tevens, the head coach there. Sarah Thomas has already worked an NFL playoff game. So not only are they getting opportunities, they're running with them.
The pickup brings up 2nd and
2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Come up the ball. 56 at the mic. Check back.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll move the chains. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Wentz now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going up top. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
49ers. 17.
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick.
For San Francisco.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56. 74. 56.
Now Wentz. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 27, 49ers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 46. 27 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
49ers 17.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker.